So we begin with our usual meditation first. So just remind ourselves about the benefit or why we are what we're trying to achieve in these meditations. So the one perhaps the one reason or the one the purpose is to really to cultivate more like a strength and the energy within ourselves, and how meditation can help help us to bring that the energy within ourselves. It's because through meditation practice can help us to rest our mind, relaxing our mind, and through this it can bring more bring some stillness and some clarity in our mind. And so whereas however when we don't practice meditations, then usually when we look at our mind or within ourselves, then it's very focused, and our mind is very much like a scatter. It's just wander off to all sort of things. It's like, so meditation is like, if you use an example of how if there's a great river flowing down, and if it's directed to all different area, if the flow goes to so many different directions, then there won't be much strength. So it's really like when we practice meditation, then we are really making all the flow or the current of the great river to go into one direction. So in the similar way, meditation has the same effect on the current of our mind.
Manyo itabari sede ngando manyo ba susha zoga yekade soso yeg deade yedede manyo ba de susha zoga yekete mo shera resingi de la rode.
Then the other reason is, or the purpose of the meditation is to really to safeguarding the good qualities and which we may already have within ourselves, and which in fact is really whenever we have that, then it really truly brings happiness and the peace and satisfactions within ourselves. So therefore, it's also, the meditation is also about now safeguarding and protecting that the qualities and the causes, important causes of the happiness which exists within ourselves.
새가 손솔 바치 따용거라. 새가 손솔들 앞에 지 따어rel로 내년에 이다지 songs like it, Dana, Santa Nojira, say songs that in drum and that long of the Shadengachi. Dan drum and a long of the Shah is then Shah Garden, long Shah Tigo, drum and a long of Shah Tigo, sang Tingachi, you did the man, Yondo Dua. You did never shiver Dua. You did never see a mate, Mother must said, Nipa Zumbo Sherayade. Nipa Zumbo, so Seshu, the Bago, Coin das, Sona Tonsi, Coin Machi, Chan, the Bad Machi in Yoni, that the dream that's a more watch and they are taking other song to generation duty.
And also the the meditation also help us to be more aware of our own self and our own such as like our own aware of our own mind, and through this awareness of our own state of mind and particularly the watching our own thought, then we can sometimes we can certainly realize that recognize that in fact how our thought is so scattered, like in the sense that when we look into our thought or in our head, there are so many different the state of minds, different thoughts arising, and then we can see some because of all these different thoughts that arise in our or in our mind, that somehow which then we can see that results, that is the main results in bringing like some unhappiness within ourselves, or some sort of tensions and confusions, and we can see it's because of that then there is no peace and happiness within us. So in this way we can recognize that in fact this thought, uncontrolled thought, is really it's like really the main cause of which brings in harm to one's well-being, to one's happiness, and so we can also see how because of this thought that even though normally when we one may be very energetic, very feel very confident, and you feel you can achieve anything, but somehow when our thought or the mind is filled with so many thoughts, then somehow we lose this interest, and the courage and the spirit, and even we feel very low self-esteem. So in this way, sometimes meditation can help us to recognize this how in fact more than anything else, how our own state of mind can be our main enemies, or something which brings harms upon our life.
Right, that Gojar no Mibachila minister take the data, set up Mibader time with the Shalom Kasaman Jusan Mundua. The name that Goji Jarden said the such song Yapuchi word. Sarah other she said, Asote Denganashi, 10 name we are there. I said that Asote the Tinisian, Mother Dese, Kanga Bear Chun Rodiogamase. The origin, and it I say Nipa Zomodio, Lasote Denganachi. So they want it, they don't get you. Then the Tinisian, then you remember other good. Wrong, they are dead, they wanted so the tabac, and they're touching other Sheshu Chow Madua. They wanted to say, Matona. Kale Kongchi, my diamond, you lot you let Saturday, and church in Ronitine, Garitena, Lodeva pushing woman, they just on Dona, Goja, say money, but never shall. Say, I say, yellow never saw you, shark coin, nothing, love. And the niggas check for your son to use that thing, tell our resident. We can as we sit in meditations practice, and we can also recognize that how the happiness, the peace and happiness within ourselves, and even the actual meditation, like wherein we can be the technique can be simply just to direct our mind on a specific object, a given object, and keeping the mind, the focus of the mind, just on that object, and that, even though that is all may be required, it is simply to a kind of form of discipline to the mind, to just to sit in that single objects. Then, but however, the outcome of this meditation is just is so great that if we sit there, we can certainly beginning to feel relaxations. True, sense of, like the peace and some feeling, feeling like the stillness, and peace and tranquilities. We begin to feel that. So as we do this, and suddenly we also notice that the somehow through this, then all of a sudden, then a lot of the problem, difficulties, or some that one may have before, is all just simply gone or become less. And so in this way, the how, and as just mentioned earlier, we also feel more control. We feel that even we have control on our own self and our own life, and through this also there's a more confidence arise within ourselves, and so otherwise, how we feel sometimes when we do not recognize what the energy or the self potential that's already existed within ourselves, then how, when we don't recognize that, we don't feel that, then how no matter what one have achieved in the life, but yet one feel like it's all empty. One even have to say to others that you don't feel right. I don't feel happy, and so no matter what, you still feel that there's that sense of there's something lacking, that there's somehow you cannot enjoy. You can enjoy the life. So this is very, when we go through, anyone who go through this kind of thing, so it's very very sad, and however, and also we feel very, in such situation we also feel very helpless, that as if we come to a dead end. There's no solutions to end these problems. So however, as said before, how
somehow, if through meditation practice, if we are able to realize this potential within ourselves, and how in fact there is a irrespective of the other conditions, how we can there is a happiness and a peace, we can access the happiness and peace within ourselves, then at least there is some sort of regardless of whatever one situation one's facing, at least there is some sort of some sort of confident and one's and hope to improve the situations.
That's something. That's Goja says such a Tomaji, Yana, Dino, Shira Chavachetil. The Shannon Dragon Medusa, so Romani, touch and got Shirashi, Teddy. That says such a Tom. Says I don't call the Shannon Dragon Medusa, and a Tronegachi. And you touch it, Shira Chamber, Shira Yabo, the Shana, that thing on the Pento Chumashiwachi shows on it. The carriers and other muscle, Kanga Manka must suck down. Murder Kanga de Yard. Mokanga Manka Fashe Yamare. Yamare, then Kanga de Tonda Lemale chess, and Kanga you to Japan, Kasha, or there's a Samba machine, Mayunkas. Kasha Kanga told the Lamato Eden, then Gangi was the son, then Gaga Sangola, or the nigger chatting in a Chambushiboy or Sandup. Choroson Tentona, any da. The Legena Ganga Sarah, other Ganga, you want not to resident. Jay, Joru, Major, Ganga, yes, I did it. Pabali Tabanga, a Pabali Sua Nogere, Tolatin, sang Dungadus. Madala, Lee Dunga, if nothing in it. Then I don't guess the red one at the state. Ma las a kaya, my catching any massage and two men, Dessa met, the new Ganga Shibushi in the one mother. On Kashet on Toa de Yard, Jala, Peja, Gangachi Yard, same mother said, that Nengachi, Nancy, either Ganga Chandu. Ra Limadeato, Sam de Nancy, neither Ganga Chandu, Tommy Ganga Traja, Mother, Limadeva, Lake Duma Church and Deuce, Toala, Sang Duma Church, it nothing in it. Tenjagung in it. Nada Goya Boja Tashi Tigo Shira Zumbo Tigo Toala in the Duma Sal, Sheriff of a Sandup. Malado Achang Tore. The in said Tation, so I and all the Saju Majaba, Chet and didn't do that, not taking any sort of sonnet to the Apuya, etc.
The meditation also help us to bring like a clear thinking, and then through this ability to make the clear decisions, and knowing what to do, what not to do, and so in this way, through this wisdom, through this, the knowledge that we, gain through meditation, so we will be able to be more like the clear about the actual, like the realities, actual situations, and then in a position to be, to accept the situations or the things, the event of the life as it arises. So, if you look, generally speaking, if you think about it, there's nobody in the world who doesn't have any problems, who doesn't have anything to complain about. So we all have, whether have some problems, whether we are materially, whether we are well or we are poor, or in our social position is high or low. So if we ask to people, then everyone has their own problems. Now, then we can also see how people are different in terms of how the way they cope and they manage the various problems. So we can see how some people, they can manage, they can cope with a great, hardships, whereas other who even cannot cope with a very, minor, various, problems in the lives. So there is we can see that what the main reasons why this is different is there's not so much on the external hardships. So rather more to do with how people have inwardly, how they view the situations and their their level of tolerance to the various hardships. So that is the main difference. Whereas if our level of tolerance to the hardship is very low, then we can always be under the hardships. We could never be able to get over it, and so therefore as the great Indian master, like the Aryadeva said, that those who are on a higher status, people who are on the higher status of in the societies, so they have more. If you look, they experience more like a kind of suffering on the mental levels, whereas those on the lower status in the society, their experience suffering is more on the physical levels. So therefore, we can, as just mentioned earlier, whether we look on the people on a very the rich or the very poor classes of the people, so each one have their own problems, and and how each one, if we can look into the problem, how in the nature, the type of the problem, even though it can be very different, and whereas like in the very poor class, so they are more is a very more to do with the meeting the day-to-day needs of the life, and so they're more on the physical hardships, and however, so even within among the poor people, how then there are some who can cope really well, and no matter how the intense is their hardship is, but they can somehow manage, and they do not show any sign of like a fatigue or any unhappiness. So likewise, as we can also see on the people who are on the more rich and more on a more favorable living conditions. So they may, even though there's no materially, there's no nothing to complain about, but still there is a lot of on a mental level they've got a high degree of suffering, and then we can see among them how how they cope is much to do with their the inward in terms of their knowledge and their sense of their confidence and their sense of their discrimination and so forth.
Homeless very poor. Homeless very poor, no home, no bed, no toilet, no shower, no kitchen, no fridge, I see a very good sleeping. I see. Outside, very, very difficult. I see very, very good sleeping. Everybody going there, very sleepy. So we see a trilogy, good heart, good bed, anything, no sleeping. Release, I said, where there? Outside condition very foreign, inside mind very relaxed. That's him maybe and put enough and that's I see. That's enough to read. Nothing good sleeping. Outside lots of their head. Man, and then what thing that in so in the time doing in Doga Shang and the time doing the sag chat the show doing the sun to the ra sag sun to show another chamber chat watching the hang it that's a
yeah. So the point that I'm trying to make is the way we perceive our perspective of of our life, as it makes a huge difference to our experience.
Right, so that you carry last other story. Say such a toy, Ganga toilet, Java the leggings, Ganga toilet. Says our man, Ganga, I think he wouldn't do that. It's a time. Says our yana, Ganga in on your injury, Ganga toilet leg, Ganga sent out a say tad leg. Shangar was student. Ganga says tad, Ganga toilet over the rest. You don't touch about it. Some told them, Ganga, you want Ganga toilet leg, Ganga the negamar, shall you. That is says such a toy, Ganga Jelena, Koshira Chabache, Ganga Central Panju Tonga. Ganga Tula Mantini, Pegumada, Ganga wood that is that the little jelly tangy, Goja the Penton do, tongue in the Sevare.
So the how it's important to have this ability to be able to challenge, preparedness to challenge the various situations or the difficulties. So it's very makes a huge difference. When you lack these, then and then it's like you are the difficulty is is over you, is have winning over you, and so therefore in order to now to have more, to show more resilience, more tolerance towards the courage towards the various situations. So in order to have that, so it's important. One very important cause is to have a clear mind, clear thinkings. And so this is what, when the meditation, if we practice, one the benefit of the meditation practice, which is to really to enhance this clear thinking in the mind, and so in this way, the one, no matter what situation one's face, so there is if from one's own side inwardly, so if there is some sort of if one sees some hope, one sees certain if there's some sort of knowledge, if one sees a clear thinking, then it is always, you could see certain way out of that hardships. Whereas if you lack that clear thinkings, clear mind, then the hardship can then easily completely overwhelm one, and then it will be very makes one very difficult.
산내면 제 싫어야 돼. 내가 들은 기바제나 산내만 들은 놈 그래. 내가 누구냐? 들은 저도 걸어 들은 기바 대장 기바야 돼. 저는 산트들 너 들은 놈인데 봐. 내선 돈 드니 체죠. 내는 세제 돈들 하도 세트 반트 저 저보다 제 나댕게나지 때내 용거래. 내는 저러다. 되는 년간은 전부 진짜 용거다. 세트 준 드니지 신혼 사세거잖아. 드니 질래 드니 저러서 som도 마도 니가 전부 질래고 아 som도 대 다 거잔 드니 마세는 내가 내대서라 래 맞대지 까마치 라 세반 트데 시든 내가 미바지라면 드니 상 내가 저러 까마치들 안에 니들 안에다 드니 갈래 저 드니 상마로 센트럴 생각만 트라이든 드니 센트럴 마치 셔거든 세 동사래 나지 예도문다 지용거래 다선 든도 그래야 돼. 다 고대 잔능도 돼.
So what we are saying here is that how if our mind is disturbed, is in a really very bad shape, then it can then it it also make us very not only feel very disturbed, and also make us very difficult to achieve anything, to do anything properly. Even somebody, there could be someone who can be really very good in numbers, like a mathematicians, but however, if that person is mentally disturbed, or there's something bothering that person's, then it can easily make a mistake. Even with a very simple calculation can make a mistake. So so therefore the how we got to realize, it's important to understand that the important and the benefit of actually taking care of one's mind, one's state of mind, mental well-beings. And you could see mental well-being is, when we talk of mental well-being, is not just talking about the mental health, but even to the health of our body, physical health, and how the fact that how sometimes when our mentally very disturbed, very some things we are very heavily bothered, how even it can even physically, it will make us shake, and we feel like even sometimes even for no reason, we feel like we lose our confidence, we feel frightened, feels insecure, and so forth. So therefore, we can see the how the meditation is the only the effective means of this bringing stabilities in our mind, and which is very important, because as we said before, we want to in order to develop these clear thinkings, and then we need first of all we need to stabilize our mind, and that is through we need to, as said before, we need to get rid of or clear our mind of all these distracting thoughts, and so therefore through we can on the other hand, how through meditation practice, even as we remove all these all the distracting thoughts, like a scattered thoughts, and then how through this then we will put the rest in the mind, and through this if we can experience some sort of stillness within ourselves, and then it's possible to through this through stillness, inner stillness, then we can cultivate the clear thinkings, clear state of mind, and then you can see the benefits.
There is only a photo wrong in that. Goja, so said, so on she did. Didn't logic. Said Casamazaji, you so till day that Lojudiana, the name of the Jew and the Hawk said Jew, yet she said, Madesha, Legger, Loju and Gago, Bob Loju and get tissue on what I said, no, that's the name fashion Shiraya. The new Loju man, I say, Corocsan, Son Cartona, the Caro that is in Loju Major, not that the Neta, telling any Cherasanto, son to Chamboyar, and there, so new until the song in air. Son to the Ra, Goja, the Macedon, Macedon Gaji. Niene trone gankega so ma tamere so na tri ji goja chori je sona tene pento chimu pe are.
So the meditation practice is also about disciplining and about controlling one's mind. It's like normally in a normal situation it's like we are completely driven by our mind and our thought, and then if the thought that leads us it's something very disturbing and something very negative, and then we just have to follow that. We simply follow that, and then as we follow that, then it will only lead us to to find more and more unpleasant or very disturbing situations. So, however, through meditation practice, when if someone who is familiar or who have a good understanding of the meditation practice, then the person can look at that. If there is something disturbing, if there is some state of mind which is you find it very disturbing, then you realize that it's first of all you realize that that person as a meditation practitioner can realize that it is possible to get rid of that, to overcome that, and you to understand that you do not have to be enslaved by your own mind, but rather, you can be, in other hand, you can be the master of your own mind, and so from this perspective, how the amount of the difficulty or suffering that we experience in life is very much related to our mind, related to our way of thinking, the incorrect way of thinking. So therefore, then the meditation is very much aimed at that, educating or ourselves about this, the mind, and its way of what kind of the way of thinking, and then also the skill to bring change within the mind. So therefore, we can see that meditation is something which is very useful for our life.
Ida Soja Garijeta, that on the Sandawan Deva, Choro Sand of the Dia, Sam under Dia, married and Gen Zagatu Yamado. Then on the Sand then Dia Bangado, yes, the train with them. Sam Mandana, they are made by the mother, how going with them. Yenere, Sujaka didn't send the one Devates, send them the Ayat, said, Yene, pay up on the water, Yenere.
So even the Lord Buddha himself said that when the mind is brought is controlled, then there is a happiness. But when our mind is not under control, then there's no happiness. So again, if you contemplate, if you reflect upon this, what this Buddha. This word the Buddha have said, deeper, and relating this to our everyday life experience in terms of the relationship between our mind and our actions and our experience, and then we can clearly see that the benefits of working on knowing one's mind and subduing the mind.
That's in the time, Mother Goche, that lay that that did Hele Abu, lead that on, that way Abu Madan, oh, Sarah, me by never sing it, and did Hele Abu, that catching in the Detung in the year, that's on that on the other.
So finally, so we will do some meditations, and so just make sure that you adopt the right sitting posture, and so most importantly to ensuring that you feel comfortable in the sitting posture, and with regarding the proper sitting posture, sitting meditation posture. So we discussed in the past. So but there are. We noted that there are certain postures, which are not suitable, which have which can prevent the good meditation practice or the concentrations. So therefore it's also important that you choose the right posture and feel comfortable and relax yourself in that posture.
Me patching, me passing other Sakura Yasati Buya. Sakura Yasating was said, Ya, Nemo Mandia, what in it, me pass a Sakura Tessachi Buya, says yet. You'll never change it. You never saying, well, me pass a Sakura Tessatal.
And then there's also we also have to know about the object of meditation, or the where we focus our mind on in the meditations. So because if without something object or something to direct or place our mind on, or to rest our mind on, then the mind can be then easily be to wander off.
That kind of relation you calling other day, me but that on fair about that said my shaggy on it. Me but they were. So the young no color the me but they were just say Kaka go out. Kato the email send never che shara said me but so that you yeah.
So the of course the whatever the object that one choose, so it should not be something caused to of bringing like a affliction, mental affliction, or a negative state of mind. So anyway, but in this meditation, So here the object or where we focus on mind is the breathing, our own breathing in and out, and which is very good object in the sense that it's something we don't have to there's no we don't have to make a lot of effort to understand or to recognize that object, because as far as breathing goes, there's no color, no yip, so we just the inhaling and exhaling, and so this is the
야보 넌 논세 야보 자 통페네 쇼 가진 도 대셔면다 자 통바 세트 셔러열 지와 콜도 콜리 체 도니 근데 노라보 진내 바지 내가 대응원에 예를 다 선은 맞도 인용 걸어 라선도 되네 네다 다 가만 가지 된 거야 되다
so we going to focus the mind on the incoming and outgoing breath, and so just to feel comfortable and feel relaxed, and then just to make sure that completely make sure that you completely empty one's mind of all the like outgoing thoughts, all the disturbing thoughts, or the distractions, external distractions. Not just like part of the distractions, but trying to get rid of all the thoughts, empty all the thoughts, and then once you've done that, then we slowly then direct the mind on the breathings, incoming and outgoing breath, and just aware of that, the incoming and outgoing breath, not getting distracted to any other object. Just simply keep the mind on incoming and outgoing breath.
never yet, never yet, then me by the Soviet Taiwan there, Taiwan, the yachts are say Shalom Madoje,
just continually keeping the mind inward. So we will now, however, we will now chant the Buddha's mantra, and then the as we chant the mantra, so we rather than direct the focus of the mind on the sound of the mantra, and just keeping the focus on the sound of the mantra that we chant.
Taya ta Om Mri 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 So Taya ta Om Mri Mri
There's a room for maybe one or two questions if anyone has a question. It's today is a public holiday, but Geshe said it's not a public holiday for him. Yes. Yeah.
So I want to
ask a question about meditation with animals present.
With
Animals, I have two cats.
yeah.
And often they want to come and sit with me. And I want to ask if that is a good or bad thing or doesn't matter.
뭐란 이 심제다다 이 심이들의 요소가 뭐 고민제도 막 심이들도 연구를 하다디 냠도 용거레스 디 야보이나 간데나스 시민들한테 뭘 고민하나
야보래 근데 저도 야보냐 얘네 저런 거나 되는 데나 야보 레미 생활나 되는 데나 그냥 걸어라 시대 상황 용어야 야보로
it's a good sign that if your cats or any animal, if they come sit next to you when you practice meditations, is a good sign. And for the cats, it's also very beneficial if sometimes if you chant mantras like the Tara mantras and so on, and they can, the animal can hear that mantra and would have that the vibration of the mantra, so would have would be very beneficial for them.
So choro fan jiwo che choro ba xiong bi abu xiong ya ba di da de pa ko nie wa yong ba ko nie nya ma ko lo de fi ba bu bu she bu yong ya tin sang to de ya ma da go ja de ngen se ba bu se shi bi ngon nie de ra da tin ji la song dong dong da.
So of course the main reason why the like animal comes very close to you and wanting always near you is really because of the care and the love that you show to them, and so therefore in that kind of atmosphere, in the climate of the love and care and that you provide to them, that they feel in that atmosphere, so they feel very safe, very completely peaceful and happy. So that's why they wanted to be sitting next to you. They feel very very comfortable and secure. So that's really the indication of when animals, just showing their friendship and they're coming close to you. That's the consequence of your or the benefit of the love that you extend to them. So not only like human beings, so even the animal, even His Holiness Dalai Lama says, always says that animal also very obviously acknowledge the someone when someone show love and compassion, and they really show their appreciation to the people who show love and compassion. That's good. Any no. Thank you for your question. Yeah. This the word love and compassion is my favorite one, and I always feel very good and feel great to even to delight to hear the same from other people, and when they're talking about that, their practice of love and compassion. This is something really delights me. Yeah, do you have one question? Yep.
In the Guru Puja and the Bodhisattva's way of life, we basically seek the Guru's blessing that we may be able to transform ourselves into the objects desired by every sentient being. And I was wondering whether we should interpret that literally, because sometimes sentient beings desire objects that may not necessarily be beneficial to them.
Okay.
And that might be the case in, say, maybe, for example, a heroin addict.
Yeah.
Very strong desire for heroin,
yeah.
but it would seem to be unskillful to transform themselves into a vial of heroin so that they can shoot off.
The Lama Chobata Junju Nando Adanang so the 先了他这个做的东华公路了个东华我们这上班呢先给说给对吧卡里的他的嘛已经把东华公路了第我们这上班他先给卡里过去呢的可能甚至提话的人都是卡些样明显卡些的个变那热大的对吧有就当他就要了可能对吧对吧有就做了的真的这个看着国外的人提话的
네, 패턴은 베네핏을 얘기. 새 베네핏은 drugs benefit give this. No benefit give. Some they benefit give they. No benefit harm no give. No harm. Yeah, you know the general.
So
패턴은 essential 패턴 regards.
So we're supposed to be giving whatever we believe is to the best interest and to something which is beneficial to them, other beings. If we think believe it's not beneficial, or rather is something harmful, then we should not be giving to them.
Yeah. 가신자 있어요. 근데 말 뒤져는 말이야. 뒤지면 말 대하면도 생긴 좋아. 얘네 뒤지지라는 퀄리티 대한테 되는 너바든 되는 라 I smoke, I happy. No smoke, I no happy. Something. I drink, I happy. I not happy. Something say. Maybe there are people who live give drink. They may be happy. Maybe make you happy. They are very suffering. I know drink is very suffering. That's my problem. Something that's my problem. I know drink. I problem. I know happy. That's my problem. I know somebody, I know happy, that's my problem. No your mine. All here very strong, that's it. Drink I happy, not I unhappy, very upset. Somebody very strong, I don't know. That's just the logic desert. C'est la personne regards.
So if whatever you give, if it's beneficial to others, then it's the right thing.
Yes, yeah.
There is this the cautions that you have asked is actually raised in some texts, just like a literature.
Yeah, that is don't talk is
Wow.
다 못하게 녀래 못하게 계시듯이 녀래 성에 계시만 가지 될 정리해야 되는데 그때 내가 같이
So what's important is your sincerities and your your genuine motivations of actually giving, and that's where you have to focus on, and then in terms of what you give, and that is, it has, of course, if you are genuinely wanted to benefit someone, then you won't be giving something which you believe is not going to benefit them.
Yeah, yell Jenny called Pendo Yawate, Temate, that then call it that Chon to guys and Chon to the 10 Arias and that. I'm trying to get in a Korean IT called Pento somebody who called teaching. No, there might they want to see.
Yeah. There could be instance where if somebody who is really very alcoholic, and you really want to help that person, but then the only way you could, as far as to the best of your knowledge, the only way you could help that person is to give what he wanted a little bit, and then that action can be justifiable in that kind of situations, because you can't see any other way around.
Yeah.
But it's your intention that's important.
Yeah, the name is so that some to the name, so some dead dog. Then you meant the last one not to get then come down your lesson. Penton and Saint-Jella pen and mal pen by years, you got the soon door. Saint-Jella never is soon door. The Telson to water. Saint-Jella got a soon door. Saint-Jella pen and mal pay. Saint-Jella never is dead. Saint-Jella take your maro. Saint-Jella pen take good that.
So the important or the key thing is to we have to do something which will benefit other sentient beings, and then even relating to this, even Lord Buddha said, if you do something which benefit others, then that is equivalent to or benefiting to me. To Buddha said, then it benefit me. Whereas if we do something which harm others, then it's also same as harming the Buddha. Yeah, so sometimes it can be even if what we give to other maybe generally is not something very which we commonly seen as something beneficial, but can be end up as something very beneficial to that particular being. So some of you might have heard this story that I mentioned in the past. So there was one Tibetan who who was sick, and he was having a lot of a diarrhea problem, and then he asked the people to give him a an alcohol drink, a strong drink, and he said the diarrhea health situation is so critical, so bad that he said, I'm dying anyway. So it's to help me, just give me the drink. But then they gave that drink, alcohol drink, and actually he recovered. So in fact, that person know that the one of the cause of this his diarrhea is there's a lack of like a heat or something in his body. So he know that the alcohol can help.
20 minutes, some people died or died. Heat finish, no go hospital. No, they don't call the Shia Martin. They pass
but the people who gave, they didn't know his real cause, and they thought that they gave that just to in good intention, that is just to please him, because he's very desperate. But so in some situation in that situation, it helped the person to heal from the disease. Like some expert, like a doctor. So they when for certain patients, so they know that this certain very heavy drug can be very very useful, and then by giving that, and it will help recover the patients. Yeah. So of course, generally, in the scriptures, there's something like objects which are forbidden to give, like something like a poisons or some like weapons and so forth. That's just in a general a recommendation or statement. But however, in a certain specific situation, so there, like when there could be a situation where certain poison can be healing, can be beneficial to the recipient. So in that, then it become exceptions to give that. Okay. Oh, yep, finish. Thank you.